I've had a beautiful day. Just got back from a trip to Lichfield, not far from where we live. A day out with my partner. Taking in the sights, we went round Lichfield Cathedral and sat by the river and had more than one stop for tea and coffee. Browsed a second-hand bookshop and found a lovely little antique place where I got this. Probably the cheapest thing in the place, but it's a little leaf dish for tea lights, because you can never have too many tea lights. So that will be finding a place on my working space at some point later. One of the things that I enjoyed most about today was that throughout the day I have felt balanced and energetic. And as I sit here now, I still feel balanced and energetic as I wait for the sun to set enough for me to be able to make this video without being blinded. And the reason I feel balanced and energetic is this morning I got up and I built strength. Now, I mentioned in a previous video that I'm in training. I'm building up my fitness level. Not that my fitness level was terrible before, but I feel the need for more strength. I'm building the 4 elements of fitness: stamina, strength, suppleness, serenity. The 4 elements of fitness, as I see them. And the reason I was able to build strength this morning was I prepared. So I didn't wake up and think, yee-haw, time to pick up the weights. However, because I had the thought last night before I went to bed, it would be a good idea to build some strength tomorrow morning, to do some exercise before the day begins. I set out what I needed. I set out my workout gear. My workout gear, by the way, consists basically of a ragged t-shirt, a pair of old shorts, and that's it. And I set out my weights, or my weights were kind of already set out. You can see them there. But I had everything ready. I had the videos that I wanted to watch as I worked out lined up, ready to watch on my computer. I had space to work out. I had my weights bench where I wanted it to be. I had prepared. It's what you call being kind to your future self. Because if you don't prepare for yourself, who is going to do it for you? It's like if you're on a healthy eating kick, whatever healthy eating is for you, whatever regime you're on. Maybe you're on no regime, maybe you're just, cutting down on crappy food, or just trying to eat more healthy, salady, fruity, nourishing food. Real food. Real Food Revival Plan. I wrote a book about that. Whatever you're doing, preparing so that what you need is available to you. It's being kind to your future self. It's like if you get home after a day at work, or a day doing whatever, and you're ravenous, and you're on a regime, you're trying to, be good, whatever that is for you, and the food that you need to eat to maintain this practice, this eating practice that you're in, if it's not available, if it's not in your fridge, if it's not prepared, easy to access, you've not been kind to your future self. And it's not that your diet has failed, it's not that your willpower has failed, it's not that you have failed. Well, where you have failed is in preparing. But it's not like there's some kind of inherent flaw there, it's just that you haven't been kind to your future self, and we all do it. We can all think of times where, oh, if only I had prepared for, if only I had got this ready, if only I had got this in stock in my cupboard, if only I hadn't got this packet of chocolate digestives in stock instead of the fresh bowl of fruit or the packet of nuts or whatever it is for you. Failing to be kind to our future selves. If we're kind to our future selves and we prepare, then what we need is available to us, and we just keep moving forward. We keep moving forward in our practice, whatever the practice is, whether the practice is fitness, building strength, building stamina, building suppleness, building serenity, whether it's preparing for a new career, if it's, trying to make some kind of thing happen in your life where certain things need to be in place before that thing can happen. If you don't do the preparatory work that allows those things to start to happen, to build incrementally, then they're not going to happen. And the only way to do it is to be kind to your future self, to consider what your future self needs and to make sure that it's available. Because if you are not going to make it available for your future self, who is? So, I was kind to my future self, and consequently I woke up, I built strength, I felt great, I had a day of feeling great, and of course, I now need to make sure that I do the same thing tomorrow, because the whole process has to start again. It doesn't just end with getting it right once. So tomorrow I need to decide what workout I'm doing. Probably a cardio workout. Tomorrow I think it's stamina that I want to build. So I need to make sure that my step aerobics DVD, because that's what I do to build cardio. Oh yes, step aerobics. Something I will never film, by the way, so don't ask. I need to make sure that my step aerobics video is ready, queued up, so that I can stumble in here in the morning, in my tatty workout gear, I can hit play and I can get going. That's how to be kind to my future self. By the way, it reminded me, the notion of being kind to my future self is something I first encountered, although I'd been doing it, but I first heard it articulated that way in this book by Thora Hird. I don't know if you can even read that, it's so faded. It's Thora Hird's little book of home truths, and this has been sitting on the windowsill of our downstairs bathroom for years and years and years, because it is the funniest thing ever. By the way, Thora Hird, for those of you who don't know, and if you're not in the UK and not my age or older, you might not, but Thora Hird is, or was, she's dead now, was a beloved actress, very famous here in the UK, starred in lots of films in the 40s and 50s and 60s, I believe, and certainly in the television series of the 60s, 70s and 80s, and I think probably maybe into the 90s, I'm not sure when she died. But she lived to a good old age, and she was fantastic. Just one of these warm, northern, down-to-earth women, very funny, very naturally funny, very kind of just pithy. And this book is full of pithy sayings. Thora Hird's book of home truths, and she says things like, never refuse homemade bread, cake or biscuits. Not so great if you're on a diet. But she also says, don't feel too guilty about having an occasional angry outburst behind your friend's back. It's better than hacking her to death with an axe. I'm not kidding. It actually says that. It actually says that in this book. Oh, it's just full of wisdom. And I think it also has something in here. Yeah, here we are. Be kind to your future self. Be honest. Will you feel like washing up those dirty pans tomorrow any more than you do tonight? The answer, of course, is no. And the sun is out again. Thora's book of home truths, well worth getting. Don't assume that you always know best. Travel light. There are shops abroad too. Don't procrastinate. Do it now. Tomorrow, today will be yesterday. Be careful with horizontal stripes. Once in a while, on a cold winter's evening, gather round the fire with an old-fashioned toasting fork and a plate of muffins, and eat them till the butter is rolling down your chin. Keep all personal letters, even from people you don't like. They're part of your life story. Remember your dreams, they're trying to tell you something. Don't pull down that wire coat hanger that's sticking out at the top of your wardrobe. There's 5,000 others behind, all attached to it. She's so right on. Thora Hird, Little Book of Home Truths. Well worth getting. I mean, this basically is like the ultimate VR to my best advice tag. I'm kind of doing a VR to my own tag here, but I'm allowed to do that. It's my tag. It's not really a VR to my own tag, it's just like a continuation of it. More share the wisdom. My best advice. Thora's best advice. And my best advice. Be kind to your future self.